Today, we will be putting the 2013 Seattle Seahawks in the 2025 season. The team that won the Super Bowl against arguably the best offense of all time with the Denver Broncos. The team that has one of the greatest defenses of all time in the Legion of Boom. Marshawn Lynch, Russell Wilson, Percy Harvin, Doug Baldwin, Cam Chancellor, Richard Sherman, KJ Wright, Earl Thomas, and we will see if they could duplicate what they did in 2013. All right, as you can see, we have already entered the roster into Madden for the 2025 season. As you can see, Russell Wilson, Marshawn Lynch, Percy Harvin, we got Matt Unger, we got Dougie B. Defense, look at the defense, man. We got KJ Wright, Bruce Irvin, Earl Thomas, Richard Sherman, Michael Bennett, Cam Chance, Bobby Wags. Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. This brings back memories. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to sim each game and we're going to check stats, see how the team did, see what it's looking like, how the players are growing, how they're deteriorating, and we're just going to follow the season game by game. So let's get started. They play the Denver Broncos at home. Look at the overalls here. Look at the overalls here. They have a 90 overall offense, or 91 overall offense, 89 defense, 90 overall team. Like, that's kind of crazy. That's quite crazy. All right, so we're going to get it started, like I said, against the Denver Broncos. So what we're going to do is we're going to sim to next week. And we're going to take it week by week, see how the team has done. So they won 34-18 against the Denver Broncos. So absolutely obliterated them. So as we can see the box score here, 34-18, completely just obliterated them. It was 14-0 in the first quarter, 376 offensive yards, pass yards 265, which is kind of crazy. Rush yards only 111, but I mean, it's not that crazy. Offensive pass yards, 265 offensive pass yards. So looks like Russell Wilson is deep in his prime here. If we look at the league leaders, Marshawn Lynch with 108 rushing yards is number 2 in rushing yards. It looks like that's pretty much it on the leaders. Russell Wilson had 265 passing yards with 3 TDs, bro. 3 TDs, no interceptions, 125 rating. As we see, Marshawn Lynch got 108 yards receiving here. Golden Tate and Percy Harvin leading. Look at Sidney Rice. Sidney Rice getting some action, man. I loved watching Sidney Rice. So we're starting off fantastic, bro. 9th in offensive points per game. It looks like our rush defense is 3rd. That's fantastic, bro. So let's keep it going. We play the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots. Let's upgrade the players. We're going to upgrade players each week. Like I said, we're going to take it week by week. All right, we're going to sim to next week. See what we did against the Patriots here. 2-0. We're 2-0 going into week 3. Crazy. 2-0 going into week 3. Marshawn Lynch has 240 rushing yards. He leads the league in rush yards with 240. 3 touchdowns. Incredible. That's incredible. So the final score was 25-12. I mean, we're just dominating. We're dominating. 25 points, not really dominating. But again, we put up 14 points in the first quarter. So we're really just coming out and crushing in the first quarter and then kind of just chilling for the rest of the game. We put up 433 total offensive yards. Crazy. 164 rushing yards. Looks like nobody had any turnovers, so pretty clean game. But there we have it. The Seattle Seahawks are 2-0 in the 2025 season. So let's go ahead and sim to week 4 against the Lions. Let's see what we do against the Miami Dolphins. Hopefully they don't take a loss here. And they do. They take a loss here, but it looks like their defense, the defense got better. Their overall went up. They lost to the Dolphins by 3 points. 3 points losing by the Dolphins. That was way it was looking. Maybe undefeated season, but it looks like the Dolphins got the best of us. Let's go ahead and look at the score here. It's just offensively, they put up more pass yards. They had more rushing yards. They had 22 first downs. That is crazy. Seahawks had 2 turnovers. Not a good look. So it looks like the Seahawks were trailing pretty much the entire game. They didn't even have a race in this game. Miami scored. By halftime, it was 21-3. Seattle tried to come back in the fourth quarter. They scored 15 points, but it just wasn't enough to get past the Miami Dolphins. But it looked like Russell might have had a good game because it looks like he's on the leaderboard over here. Yeah, he has 817 passing yards. Marshawn Lynch has over 300 rushing yards. This team is just stacked. But going into this game, it looks like the defense upgraded. They're 91 now. Overall is now a 91 as they go against the Detroit Lions, who are 1-2 in this 2025 season, according to this Madden franchise. Our offensive run, so our run defense started good, but they're 17th in NFL right now. Everything else looks good. 8th in offensive points per game, 2nd in pass yards. We are 2nd in pass yards. Detroit's 5th, but it looks like their rushing is 24th. We're number 8th. Let's get to it. Let's go ahead and jump to next week. See what they can do against these Detroit Lions. And they won. They beat them 31-28. Must have been a close one. Let's go ahead and look at the score. Hopefully, maybe the Lions came back a little bit. No, I mean, it looks like it was a solid game. Detroit was up after the first quarter. Seattle put 14 points in the second quarter. I mean, Detroit scored every quarter, a touchdown. Offensive yards is 417. Like, if you put up 417 yards, it's just hard to beat. 251 pass yards, 166 rush yards, and they only had 72, which is crazy coming from a team that has Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery. Maybe they're injured. Maybe we should check the roster. Turnovers, we each had 1. Third down conversions, 7. Red zone percentage, we had 100% red zone percentage. Crazy. We look at the league leaders here. You can't see because of my cam, but Russell Wilson has he's number 1 in pass yards with 1,068 passing yards. Marshawn Lynch has 426 rush yards. It's like that defense is hard to beat. Receiving yards, we don't have anybody up there, but I'm actually, because we're in week 4, I'm gonna go ahead and check what stats we have over here. Russell Wilson, just 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Crazy. Receiving, Dougie B. Dougie B has 236 receiving yards, but no tutties there. Sidney Rice has the most touchdowns with 3. Golden State has 2. Zach Miller, tight end, has 1. And Marshawn Lynch has 2 receiving touchdowns. This dude, Marshawn Lynch, is a beast, as we all know. I wanted to look at the Lions. See if maybe they have some rushers that are a little bit injured. It looks like Montgomery has only attempted 7, so he must be injured. 22 rushing yards, so not the best when Jared Goff has the 2nd most rushing yards on your team, so that's probably why their rushing is not the greatest. But we're 3-1. Going into week 5, we got to play the New York Giants, and this should be a dog walk. We're going to go ahead and sim here. This should be an absolute dog walk. We should be going to 4-1, and we absolutely do. San Fran is a 90 overall team, 92 offense. Kind of crazy. They're 2-3, though. Let's go ahead and see how this game against the Giants went. 24-8. I mean, just obliteration. They didn't put up any points until the 4th quarter. They put up 8 points. I mean, it was 24-0. By the end of the 3rd quarter. That's crazy. 366 offensive yards. We just kill on offensive yards. 136 rush yards. Like, you can't stop a team that has that many rushing yards. It's just Marshawn Lynch is just a beast. We're gonna go ahead and look at league leaders here. Oh, so Russell Wilson actually dropped down to 3rd in pass yards. It looks like Joey B is up there with 1,300 passing yards. Marshawn Lynch got overthrown by Najee Harris. Najee Harris has 568 passing yards with 8 rushing touchdowns. Wow, Najee Harris is having himself a year. About to get a contract instead of going to good old Chargers like he did in the offseason. All right, so we're going to go ahead and sim this game against our division rivals, the team we hate the most, the San Fran 49ers, who are 2-3. Hopefully we can get this win here to start 4-1. It would be terrible to drop to the Niners, and we don't. We start the season 5-1. This team is almost unstoppable. They lost to the Miami Dolphins. Marshawn Lynch put up 2 touchdowns a game from what it looks like rushing, as he is up to 638 total yards. Russell Wilson still in that number 3 spot for passing yards. Let's go ahead and go to the schedule here so we can see what the game looked like. Oh my, this is our biggest game yet. We scored 42 points, 42-14. Absolutely obliterated them. We were up 35-7 at the end of the 3rd. Put up 400 offensive yards total. That's insane. They only had 10 first downs. We had 24. They turned the ball over twice. I mean, this is crazy. We had a 83 red zone percentage, and we held the time of possession 36 minutes to 23 minutes. We just, absolutely obliterated our division rivals here to start the season 5-1, and we have to go against none other than the Atlanta Falcons, which I think will be okay. I think we'll be A-okay here. They are 4-2 though, so I mean anything is possible. We're not playing the game. We're gonna go ahead and sim. Starting 6-1 would be crazy, and we lose to the Falcons. We lose to Atlanta, 28-21. Wow. Marshawn Lynch is back on rushing yards, number 1 with 791. Crazy. We lost against the Falcons to go 5-2. First 7 games of the season. I'm actually surprised. We lost 21-28. They just had us. They had our number. We're actually leading. They put up 11 points in the fourth quarter. We just couldn't shut them down in the fourth quarter. They put up quite a bit. We put up 200 offensive rushing yards, which is ridiculous. Our passing game, we only had 122 passing yards. Not what you want to see by this huge offensive team. I'm quite surprised. I'm quite surprised that the Falcons are 5-2. Let's go ahead and look at the league right now as we look at the NFC standings. Panthers are 7-0. Get out of here. The Carolina Panthers are 7-0. Undefeated with Bryce Young their quarterback? We're going to check that in a second. Steelers are 6-1. Packers are 6-1. Chiefs are 5-1. Falcons 5-2. Cardinals 5-2. Bills 5-2. Seahawks 5-2. Then we got the rest. Is there any teams that don't have a win? No. Colts and Saints are 1-6. I can't believe the Carolina Panthers are 7-0. Okay, for some reason, I forgot to change the rosters for the Carolina Panthers because I inserted another roster for the Panthers. Yeah, the Carolina Panthers, because I was going to do the Carolina 2015 against in the 2025 season, and for some reason the Panthers saved in the Seahawks file, and they have the 2015 Panthers. So it's the 2013 Seahawks and the 2015 Panthers basically competing against each other. I don't know how I messed that up, but that's why they're 7-0. They have a 99 Cam Newton, 99 Luke Kuechly, 99 Greg Olsen, 97 Josh Norman. So this kind of puts a little bit of spice to the video, because if we run into them in the playoffs, might be a problem. I don't know how I messed that up. I'm pretty sure that I only inserted the 2013 Seahawks, but I guess that spices the video up a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and sim to next week. We're 6-2, beat the Buffalo Bills 35-27. I'm curious to see what the Panthers are looking like. Yep, they're 8-0. This could get scary in the playoffs, I'm not gonna lie. Marshawn Lynch on the board. Marshawn Lynch on the leaderboard. Number 3 in interceptions with 4 interceptions. But we beat the Bills. Let's go ahead and advance to next week. We have a bye week here, so we're going to go ahead and sim again. Okay, so I completely forgot we played against the Rams. We beat them 33-0. We beat them 33-0. Absolutely demolished the Rams. I'm going to go to the schedule here so we can look at it. I mean, 33-0 that's just complete obliteration. We put up 400 offensive yards. They put up 123. Like, it's they had 5. No. They had 1 turnover. I thought I said they had 5 turnovers. That would have been nuts. Can we see what the Carolina Panthers are looking like? Are they like 9-0? I think they're on a bye week. That is so crazy at the Carolina Panthers. They're 10-0. Like, that is so nuts, bro. They are 10-0. That's their undefeated season. I mean, this is basically they're replicating their undefeated season. See if we could be the 49ers again, and we do. We're 8-2. Just obliterating teams. We gotta upgrade some players. I don't think I've upgraded players in like 3 weeks. Carolina is 10-0. It's so crazy. All right, we beat the San Francisco 49ers 32-22. Pretty much killed them. We're going to go ahead and sim again. Another division rival here. Beat them 31-3. That is crazy. We absolutely destroyed them. Carolina is 11-0. I don't know why I care so much about Carolina, but like they are just replicating history. This is history we're watching here. I mean, absolutely we're obliterating teams. I can't believe we took an L to the Falcons though. Taking an L to the Falcons hurts. 472 offensive yards. 300 passing yards. I mean, if Russell Wilson isn't on top in passing yards, I don't know who will be. He's not even in the top 3. That's kind of crazy how he's not in the top 3. Joe Burrow with 3,000 yards. Marshawn Lynch with 1,100 rushing yards. Could he break 2K? I mean, we only have 11 games played. How many we got left? Six games left. Let's look at the playoff picture. Panthers are going to have the 1 seed. We have the 2 seed. So if everything comes down to it, we could play the Panthers in the NFC Championship. Let's go ahead and sim. Again, we played the Jets. We beat the Jets 10-2. Carolina is just rolling. They're 12-0 here. Like, that is just so ridiculous. We beat them 24-21. Gonna keep simming. We're getting down to the nitty gritty here. Final games of the seasons. 11-2. Killed Arizona 49-20. Just absolutely obliterated Arizona. 49-20 is just, I mean, it's not like they had 300 offensive yards. We had 368. We must have just killed them on defense or something. Had to have. And we only put up 215 like passing yards. So I don't even know how we really killed them that much. By 49? Put up 21 in the first, 14 in the fourth. Just started to end in the game with ferocity. Carolina took their first L. They took their first L. They're 12-1. So really, if the Carolina Panthers was another game or two, we could really compete with that number 1 seed. I don't see them losing in the playoffs. So all right, so we beat the Packers 35-17. We are rolling here. We are 12-2. We're just absolutely rolling. Carolina's 13-1. Like, I can't believe I messed that up. All right, we're gonna go ahead and look at stats here. Russell Wilson has 3,400 yards, 31 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. That is ridiculous. Marshawn Lynch has almost 1,400 rushing yards with 17 touchdowns. Crazy. And he has 4 receiving touchdowns with 250 receiving yards. Sidney Rice has 1,000 receiving yards already with 11 touchdowns. That's actually kind of crazy. Shout out Sidney Rice. He's up. He's competing up there. One new injury. We got an injury here. Who is injured? Sharon Johnson. It's okay. Let's just go ahead and sim against the Vikings here. We win 13-2. Like, this team is going so strong. Carolina's 14-1. This is so crazy, man. We won the game 27-21. We're gonna just keep it going here. All right, advanced week against Bears. They're 7-8. I think this should be another easy, smooth win. We should be 14-2 here. Yeah, 14-2. Oh my gosh, bro! Somehow over the last 2 weeks, Najee Harris has jumped on top of rushing yards. He has 1,452 rushing yards. It looks like Marshawn Lynch might be slowing down a little bit. He might be slowing down. We beat the Bears 24-0. Absolutely obliterated the Bears. This dude, Joe Burrow, almost has 5,000 yards. How many games are left? We're second in offensive points per game. Our number 1 in opposing points per game, number 1 in the least. They only have 16 points. They only average 16 points per game, which is crazy. We're going to obliterate the Rams here. Next week, is this the last week? Oh, this is the last week. Okay, so it looks like Marshawn Lynch slowed down crazy. Maybe he got injured or something. We're going to go ahead and sim to the wild card. Panthers definitely got the 1 seed without a doubt. Did we get the number 1 seed somehow? We did. We got the number 1 seed, so Carolina must have dropped a game or two. I kind of want to look at the league standings to see where every team kind of played out. So Panthers went 15-2. We went 15-2, but we had more points. They put up 550. That is so crazy. We went on 10 game winning streak, which is insane. They lost their last game. Steelers went 15-2 as well. So we're probably gonna have to play the Panthers in the NFC Championship. So let's go ahead and see if we can get a win here. All right, well, bye week. So we definitely won. I kind of want to look at the bracket, hoping the Panthers fall off. They don't. So it's Seahawks against Eagles, Panthers against Falcons, Chiefs against Jets, and the Steelers against Dolphins. So we have to beat the Eagles here. We got to beat the Eagles here. We lost to the Eagles. No way. We lost to the Eagles. So we don't repeat history. 30-22. Carolina smoked the Falcons 42-7. Jets against Steelers and Panthers against Eagles. I can't believe we lost to the Eagles. Eagles better than the Seahawks all time? That is crazy. Well, I guess we see if Carolina... So we don't even get to face Carolina. I guess we advance week and see who goes to the Super Bowl. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this playoff bracket. It is the Carolina Panthers against the New York Jets. Keep in mind the New York Jets were 9-8. And they somehow got to the Super Bowl. That is actually kind of crazy. I mean, I think the Carolina Panthers are just going to win the Super Bowl, which shouldn't have happened because they shouldn't even have that team anyway. So kind of messed that up. All right, let's go. Let's go to the offseason and see who won the Super Bowl. See what awards were given out. What did I click? Wow. So Carolina actually won the Super Bowl this time. Quarterback Cam Newton won the Super Bowl MVP. Wow. So Cam Newton gets to complete his career with a Super Bowl. Let's go ahead and look at the yearly awards. MVP is Josh Allen. Coach of the Year was Dave Canales for the Panthers, obviously. Offensive Player of the Year, Titans, Yancey Thigpen. Defensive Player of the Year is Micah Parsons. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Jonathan Stewart, bro. Jonathan Stewart was not a rookie, was he? You know, now that I look at it, Yancey Thigpen sounds so familiar. Tell me why Yancey Thigpen played for the Titans. It had to have been in like the 90s, bro. Yancey Thigpen played for the Titans 98, 99, and 2000. What is up with these? I gotta look at the Titans roster. Steve McNair. So somehow we ended up with the 1999 to 2000 Titans. What? We got to look at these other rosters. How did the Steelers get Lamar Jackson? How did the Steelers get Lamar Jackson? That is so crazy. I'm looking for any slip-ups here. What is going on? So it looks like maybe these other teams are decent. What is up with the Titans? Kurt Warner on the Arizona Cardinals? You got to be kidding me. How did they get Kurt Warner? Matt Ryan is on the Falcons, bro. Matt Ryan. This is crazy. So does this even count? I guess the titles. Jerry Rice? Jerry fucking Rice? That is so crazy. Jerry Rice was on the 49ers and we still smoked them. We still absolutely smoked them. This is so crazy to me, man. I can't believe this. So the rosters are kind of messed up. So I wonder... Nah, this is the full... I must have messed up on the Panthers roster, but a lot of this, like... Some of these rosters are kind of crazy. So who was the quarterback for the Ravens? I'm kind of curious. Do they not have a quarterback? Okay, so no quarterback. Their quarterback was Bryce Young. Okay, nice. So they had Bryce. Interesting. That's just quite interesting. And somehow the Ravens have... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, bro. That is... Wow. Wow. And somehow the Jets won. What is the Jets roster? How did they make the Super Bowl? Who is their quarterback? It's got to be Aaron Rodgers. What, they got no quarterback here? They made the Super Bowl with Jordan Travis. Nah, it must be because we went to the offseason, so Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, it was Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers retired. All right, so there you got it. The 2013 and the 2015 Panthers in the 2025 NFL season, kind of, because we brought back Kurt Warner and Steve McNair somehow. Yeah, so kind of. Make sure we put that in the title. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe. Come back for more. Thank you for tuning in. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.